the increment and the decrement. These two here, I'm going to talk about this a little bit here. So we have the so the increment, the plus plus, and the minus minus. Again, not all languages have these features here, like VB doesn't have it, okay, but most others do. So the plus plus here, you can only do plus plus, so you cannot do like, I wish we could do that too, but you don't have that feature. So just plus plus or minus minus, all you do is just basically subtracting 1 from itself, okay, or you increase 1 by itself, to itself. So if I say like let a, wait, let me clear this whole thing here. Well, okay, let a equals 1 and b equals 1. Okay, so we define two variables, a and b. And I hope by now you understand what's the difference between let and var, right? In this case, both are the same because they're in the global space. Okay, but if you contain this within a block of code, then let is constrained or is limited. It has a local block scope only. Okay, so if it's a equals 1, b equals 1, and so if I do like a plus plus, okay, what this browser of this tool does is it will evaluate this number, this expression right away, and it will print the result. So if I hit return right now, you see that a is still 1, right? But if I type a again to display the actual result now, because it's been updated after I hit the return key, it's updated. But as you see, a is still 1. I mean, it still prints 1. But now, if I show a again, you see the a has been changed to 2, right? Because we just added 1 to itself. But during execution, you see that a didn't change its value. Okay? So let's retry b. If I do it this way, plus plus b. So what that means is that I should increment b first before I execute the command. Okay, so in this case, I'm expecting a 2. Okay, so that's it. That's the major difference between the two. You do one after or one before. And if I type b again, you see that b is still 2. So after the execution of the code, I mean that both variables will be updated correctly, which is fine, right? That's what I expected. But during execution, while you are at this point or at this point here, and then right before you run the code, that's a major difference right there, right? So it just says that a will still be 1, and I can do whatever I want, any type of calculation, any calculation or mathematical operation I want. A will still be 1. A only changes to 2 after the line has been executed. Okay, that's what it means. And this is the opposite of that. So that means that whatever b is right now, b is 1. I need to plus 1 to b first before I do any operations. Okay, so that's what it means. It's same for the minus. If I put a 1 again, b1, reset those number again, and then if I do if I do like minus a, then I expect a to be 0, okay, because I do the subtraction first, okay, and if I do after like b minus minus, then b will still be 1, but then after I run it, now b is 0. Okay, so it's same thing. So that's pretty convenient in a way. And these are usually used inside a loop, like a while loop or something, right? You always increment by 1 or decrement by 1, depending on which direction you go. Okay, you cannot do this. You cannot do like plus plus a and then the minus minus at the same time, right? that's kind of weird. Or you plus plus and then plus plus again. You can't do that. I mean, I wish I could, but you can't. And you can't do this either. I want to say, you know what? Plus plus and then b and the minus minus, right? You would think that would say, okay, first you decrement b and you plus b again, right? But it doesn't work that way either. So it only applies to a single variable. Okay, you cannot do this to a constant either, right? So it has to be only a variable name.